Hello, I'm Thomas Strong of The Lean Farmer. Welcome to another exciting video. Got a quick short improvement to share with you, and then I'll show you something kind of fun on the farm for springtime. So I'm in my second week of having my hive, and last video I showed you how I used a borescope to check the hive, and it worked pretty good, but it didn't work as good as I wanted. So I made some very simple quick improvements, and it worked much better. So the last time I did it, the probe, when you got it up in there, it would twist all around and you'd lose the orientation on the screen. So I mentioned to my wife that I wanted something I could slide up inside that coop and attach the bore scope to it. And she's like, well, hey, I've got a big giant paint stick from Lowe's that you could use. And I was like, man, that's perfect. So I got that from her and just put the bore probe on there, just used some black tape to make it simple. And then I got this oriented with my screen, so I always knew which way I was looking. And then basically I would take the probe and slide it up under the front opening of the beehive, and then slide it down in between the frames, and I could inspect each of the frames. And you know, this is semi-rigid, so it stayed in place pretty well. And then having the stick let me control it much better than trying to hold that little cable and control it. And then, you know, the only thing that I didn't like this time was this particular spot, the tape was a little bit too thick, and you can see that it actually grabbed when I pulled it out. So I need to thin down the amount of tape that I use. But, you know, it worked great, and it was just a very quick and small improvement. So another quick improvement deals with my chickens. Every year during the spring, chickens will go broody, or at least some of the hens will go broody. And what that means is when they lay an egg and there's 2 or 3 eggs there, they go into sitting mode. They're gonna try to hatch them out. And it's really hard to get them out of being broody. They're grumpy. They don't wanna get off the eggs when you go to collect them. And I've tried a couple times to figure out how to like move them out of the main egg laying place, egg laying coop, and get them to go broody and go hatch something out, but I've never had any success until this year. So this is the nest box, and you come out here and you open it up and you get the eggs out, and the hens would sit right down inside there, and then they would get all broody. And when I would try to move them from there and take them way further away on the farm and put them in a coop and put them with eggs, they wouldn't want to sit. So this time I brought up a small coop, and that was key. I brought up a small coop, and you can see I have a hen sitting in there, and she's sitting on eggs. So one evening I slipped up here, I pulled her out, and I put her in that with her eggs. And so I didn't have to go very far. I didn't disturb her. It was dark. I gave her a nice place to go roost. It's very kind of cramped in there, which they like. I also have the opening facing to the north, so there's not as much light in there because they want it to kind of stay dark. She's got water, which she very rarely drinks for the 21 days that she's gonna sit. And I give her a little bit of food, and she's just sitting right now. So hopefully in a week or so, we'll have some chicks running around. So there you go. It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to get a hen to sit on some eggs, or you're trying to take a peek at your bees, or you work in business or healthcare. You should always be trying to figure out how to make a small improvement each time, each day, make something a little bit better. Your life gets better, things get easier, and you feel a whole lot better about yourself. So until next time, go make something better, and we'll see you around.